You know what? Life is funny. So I've been online and YouTube, just playing around with comments, and I'm starting to see a very interesting pattern that also kind of follows my life trajectory. So my ex is facing serious prison time for being abusive to me. Anyway, as I was saying, my ex is facing severe prison time, like a couple, if not multiple years, for his consistent abuse against me. And in the world right now, people are waking up to the abuses of our systems. There's been a lot of talk in the manosphere for years of how a woman past 30, someone in my age range, is approaching their expiration date. What's hysterical to me is that once I jumped on the dating apps, a lot of men who were younger than me, um, like almost actually quite a few who are over a decade younger than me, have been hitting me up. Which, personally, I have this theory of I could have babysat you. I don't date you. I'm sorry, that's just something that is just a little weird for me. Like, if you're younger than my little sister, uh-uh. Um, which I need to reset those settings because I don't want to make guys feel rejected. I really don't. Anyway, but I was on that app for like 2-3 days, just talking to random guys when uh, when one stuck, and it just, we were vibing well. We were just talking. He was very aware of the fact that I'm a single mom. He has a good career. And yeah, he wanted to come over. So yeah, women our age, late 30s, early 40s, baby, we are in the best time of our lives. So if you're like me and you've been stuck in a shit relationship since your 20s and you're thinking, oh no, honey, people will come for you. Men will definitely come around for you. And just, be selective. You can put your parameters to whatever you want. Again, for me, it was just being honest with people. If we vibed, we vibed. I didn't need to fake anything. I still don't need to fake anything. Um, I'm having a great time. Just talking to people, and it boosts my confidence significantly. And now I actually can go on normal dates and feel cherished and cared for, when my ex didn't do any of that shit. He was somebody who had to tear me down to make himself feel more important. He was narcissistic, fragile male ego, had no self-confidence, so therefore I couldn't have any self-confidence. It was a lot. It almost broke me. But that's why you gotta be indomitable. And it's nice because finding people worthy of your time actually doesn't take that long. You can be even pickier than I was. Because I'm picky. I'm very picky. Because I've got kids. I've got certain aesthetic standards that I have, and I'm picky. So the fact that it only took me 3 days to start talking to somebody who genuinely gives a shit, It won't take you long at all. It won't. Um, and you know what? I think this expiration date shit, I think it comes from potentially their moms. Because a lot of them, a lot of these guys who are spouting this shit, they're between like, I'm going to say 27 to 40. And a lot of moms during 27 to 40 were subjected to diet culture, fashion culture, magazine culture. Um, you know, it's just weird because a lot of the women that they grew up or are aware of having, been in those industries are still famous. They're still, doing their thing. They're still acting. They're still, in the fashion industry. Maybe not modeling, but they they're still doing their thing. And it's like, you, it's the parasocial thing. Like they had put so many so much attention into these other women who were quote successful, quote desirable, without realizing that what they were seeing is what we see now with influencers. It's all polished. It's just a still frame of one part of their lives. It's not them as a whole picture. So they idolized all this, not understanding that that is not going to be their whole lives. And for me, I grew up with a mother, who wanted me to go to college to find a man. Not to get an education, but to find a man. She wanted me to essentially just be a second mom in the house and to my little sister growing up because she had to work. And it's just sad. It's just really sad. And so I always valued my youth, my beauty, as a way to leverage what I wanted when I was 19. I'm almost 2 decades past that. I still look almost identical from when I was younger. Maybe just a couple more lines, nothing insane. A couple more curves from having had 2 kids, which does not hurt. Um, it's just crazy to me that people think that women have an expiration date past a certain point. And it's like, no. I refined myself throughout these years. I never stopped learning. I never stopped being funny, which my ex hated because he always thought he had to be the funniest person in the room. If I made a legit funny joke, nothing insulting towards him, he would get so pissed off. I refined my friends because, let's face it, there are always friends out there that are not going to do you any good. And yeah, I wasn't going out finding a high value guy. I wasn't going out there finding somebody who is going to be my provider. I went out there just trying to find someone to vibe with. And he just happened to be funny, successful, sweet, actually gives a shit about me and my kids. Now we just started dating, so like it's nothing that I can really say, oh yeah, this is going to work. It's like, okay, yeah, we're having fun. We're going out. We're, just getting to know each other. And that's also fun. It can be scary, but it can be fun. If a date doesn't pan out, oh well. It's like that was a learning experience of what not to look for next. That's kind of what I went with my ex. I used him as a template of what not to look for. And it's so funny because all the dudes a lot of dudes, not all, a lot of guys who were talking to me reminded me a little too much of him. So, and even though he claimed to be liberal, I'm sorry, there was something about him that screams red pill. Not insult, but like there's just like the way he thought about me, and then the way he would talk about how women should be perceived. Our last interaction was very eye-opening when it comes to what he actually thinks of women. Hence, he's my ex, and hence he's in jail. But yeah, I just don't. I just don't see how women, we don't expire until we're dead. We can live the lives we want to. And these guys are so mad about it because it's like, you're free to live your life too. Why are you putting yourself under the pressure of, having to accomplish all this shit? Yeah, we want you to be self-reliant. We want you to be able to hold down a job if that's something that, is a part of our goal set. We want you to be able to have a conversation. We want you to not take everything so personally. We want you to be able to laugh. We want you to be able to have fun. We don't want to be fucking afraid. We don't want to be afraid to be ourselves around you. And the fact that that is something that I can finally experience now that I'm almost 40 is pretty insane. Because my interactions with my ex immediately raised my standards. Like, it immediately made it so that I'm like, nope, I'm not just going to start hanging out with, talking to, dating, whatever guy comes my way. And there were, after day one, it was like, just weeding through them, just, going through them. Because, again, I was being very picky. And I'm glad that I was. Because I get a chance to actually, feel cherished. Is it brief? I don't know. Is it something that's going to pan out? I don't know. And that's okay. I don't need to know. I have my own life. I don't need to have value in a man. It's nice to feel valued, but I don't need it. So yeah, I mean, all of these guys who have all these opinions about women, they're wrong. They're just flat out wrong. These are people who are just in their same echo chamber, not understanding that we're people. We're people who have dreams and want to make something of our lives, and people who want to feel loved just like they want to feel loved. And wanting to feel loved is not weakness. Wanting to feel loved and cherished is a very basic need for people. It's in that pyramid of needs that somebody created a while ago, and to feel loved and cherished is part of security. That is a literal part of our need structure. So when people are telling you you're too old, you have an expiration date, God, I hate that one more than anything, that you will never find somebody as good as me. My ex used to say that shit all the time, especially after he inherited his dad's money. It's just not true. You can find somebody who makes you feel better. It doesn't matter about finances. Obviously, please find somebody who has a stable career, because I'm having to develop my own career at this point after, becoming a single mom. But do what you want. If you're unhappy in a relationship, then leave it. Or if you have the chance to be able to talk to your partner, please do. If you can fix it, fix it. But if you realize that it's just not salvageable, get the fuck out. If you feel like you're being abused, reach out to a hotline. If you feel like you can't talk to your family, not his family, talk to somebody in the family. There's always somebody, a sibling, an aunt, sometimes a parent. You can talk to someone, and you can definitely find someone that is worthy of your time, because they will make themselves worthy of your time. It's something that I genuinely had no thought that I would be experiencing in this point in my life, and I am. And I'm extremely excited to actually be in this part of my life right now. I've got 2 wonderful boys, and I've got a future ahead for all 3 of us. So, don't listen to the idiots on the internet. Listen to this one. Because women, you do not have an expiration date.